Hey everyone, what is going on today? I'm going to be test fitting this Konig wheel. I picked up this one because they discontinued this specific model and I found it super cheap. You might remember that from a few videos back, but it is a 17 by 8 40 offset, and I got a 245 40 tire mounted on it because I want more tire. So it should definitely fit in the front, but the rear, that's where we'll run into some issues. And the reason I have this specific one is the Konig Ampliform is one wheel that I really like. So this is one of the specs that I believe would work. So do a little test fitting, make sure it works. I do have a second wheel in mind. That is the Enkei comps. Basically a Watanabe rep, but they only come in 16. So that wheel would be 16 by 8 and they come in a 25 offset. So the Enkei comp wheel would be out 15 more millimeters from this wheel. So if I have to test fit this one, I can judge, you know, should I go with the Ampliform or the Enkei, the comp. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this tire off. So there is the tire. So it's not too bad. As you can see, the offset is pretty much perfect. Wouldn't really need to pull the fenders. My rear is not low enough where, you know, it's too stiff, it's not going to bounce and rub. So I think that's pretty good. And obviously we gained a little bit of room in the back, so it's not going to rub that caliper, the coilover. Clearly the back brakes will clear, there's no issue there, since this car was supposed to have 15-inch wheels. But now 15 millimeters more isn't that much, so a small flare would cover it, or running a slightly smaller tire in the rear, but I do want to try to make it squared. But yeah, that's what a 8-inch wheel on the back would be. It would fit an 8-inch wheel, 40 offset with 245 40 tire. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the front real quick, and before I do that, I'll compare the two tires side by side so you can see the weight difference. Here is the Konig on the front, cambered in about 4 degrees, and as you can see, we have some more space to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and jack this up. I'll compare the wheels real quick, and then we'll test fit that one. Here are the two wheels next to each other. This is the 245, and this is the 225, and they're basically the exact same height and everything, so not gaining or losing any height, just getting a little bit wider tire. There may be a slight difference of like a millimeter, but a little bit wider tire is always better. 245 should be nice. So I'm gonna leave the 10 millimeter spacer on this side and test fit this wheel. So got it mounted on there. The wheel is turned slightly, it's not straight, but as you can see, there is still probably about 5-10 millimeters there, and I still have the 10 mil spacer on there. So I don't think it'll rub. It might, hard to say, but I don't know. The offset is pretty good for this style setup. I could easily run the Enkei's comps on the front because there's a 15, the Enkei's would be 15 more millimeters this way. I could pull the spacer off and only have 5 more millimeters, which would be pretty much flush on the front. So that might be pretty nice. But I'm going to jack the car up real quick because I'm going to have to get on jack stands to do these guys in another video. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so I'm super hot because it's super humid today. But test fit was a success. I can definitely fit those wheels, which are the Ampliforms. That's the spec. I made kind of a crappy Photoshop of each wheel. I'll put them up. And of the Konig Ampliform and the Enkei Comp A. Again, the Comp A only comes in a 16 and it's a 25 offset. The front definitely will fit. The rear may have to do like a fender flare or roll and pull the fender or something. But I like the style of both wheels. I'm 50-50 on both. But before I can do wheels, I gotta get these control arms done. And I want to race the car. These tires still have a lot of good tread on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Again, you saw those two pictures. Let me know what you liked. And next video, I guess I'll be changing the control arms on this thing. But like and subscribe till next time.